Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have finally returned after like 2 weeks of not posting, but everything was just kind of crazy over here. One of my cats ended up needing dental surgery. She had to get like, what was it, 6 or I think it was 8 teeth pulled. So that was not fun. I had to take care of her. And then my other cat experienced something called non-recognition aggression after we got home, which I'll get into later. But then in the middle of that, I ended up getting sick with this like never-ending cold, and I wasn't feeling well enough to do anything. So if you notice a few outfit changes in this video and me looking absolutely horrible, it's because I was not feeling well, and this took me a few days to actually get done. But I'm finally back and I'm feeling better, and I'm excited to get more videos out. Anyways, I will talk more about all that later, but how are all of you? I know Valentine's Day was just the other day, so let me know in the comments what you guys did, if you had any fun plans. I went to a Galentine's party on Friday with my girlfriends, which was fun. And then on Saturday, Vincent got us tickets to see that movie Wuthering Heights at one of those movie theaters that brings you a meal to your seat and everything, which is really fun. And the movie was not at all what I was expecting because I've never read the books and I didn't read up on what the movie was about. So I was expecting it to be like Pride and Prejudice vibes, and it was really not like that at all. But it was still an amazing movie, like so good. It was really long, and normally I get bored if a movie's super long, but I was thoroughly entertained the entire time. I wanted to explain this cat thing. I don't know if you're interested in this or not, but if you do have multiple cats in your home, then this is information that you might want to know if you don't already. So there's this thing called feline non-recognition aggression, and it's actually pretty common, even though I had never heard of it before. And it happens when you take one of your cats to the vet or to get groomed or something, just like you take them somewhere where they come home not smelling like themselves, which is what happened with my cat Frankie. When she got her teeth done, she was at the vet all day long, and so she was smelling like the vet and then like the other cats and dogs there, the doctors, alcohol, chemicals from anesthesia, that was a big one, and whatever else is there. And cats have around 200 million scent receptors in their noses, so they literally recognize each other by scent. So when Frankie came home smelling nothing like herself, my other cat Lucy was really scared because she literally didn't recognize her. And luckily she didn't like attack or anything, but Lucy was like hissing and growling like she had no idea who this cat was, even though they've been together since Lucy was a tiny baby. And it was really stressful, and the solution ended up being having to reintroduce them as if they've never met before. So I had to keep them separated and slowly introduce them again. And after about a week, things did go mostly back to normal, and now after 2 weeks, things are totally normal. But I was doing so much research on this after it happened. It's just so crazy. Like, they can be litter mates, like literal siblings, and just not recognize each other anymore. And if one of them attacks the other or something like that, then it's so much harder to get them to be okay again with each other. But anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know about that in case you've never heard of it like me. I don't know how many of you are cat owners, but if you have multiple cats in your home and need to take one to the vet, especially if they're going under anesthesia, I would do some research on how to prevent this from happening before you go. There are a bunch of articles online that I wish I had known about before all this happened. But yeah, just wanted to put that PSA out there. guys, I'm so excited. I am so close to reaching 400 subscribers. I'm only 5 away as I'm recording this, so if you haven't done so already and you enjoy this kind of content, I would love for you to subscribe and join the Gonzo gang. And thank you to everyone who stuck around even in my 2-week hiatus. I'm kind of struggling with the cleaning videos because I feel like I'm just doing the same thing every week. Like, I mean, it's just the same house and kind of my same routine, and I don't want it to get boring for you. I have some ideas to switch it up some, but if you have suggestions of things that you like to watch, let me know in the comments and I'd love to incorporate it into my content. There's some cleaning channels I watch here on YouTube, and I always wonder how they have so much to clean every single week. They make these huge decluttering videos all the time, and they're always like super long and satisfying, and I'd love to do that too, but I just don't have enough stuff to do it that often. It may be because they have kids, so they accumulate more stuff, but I just don't know how they always have like so much to clean. And that's not like me dissing at all, that if that sounds like I am. Like, I think it's really enjoyable to watch. I'm just like, how do you have that much stuff? But anyways, I did sit down for a couple hours last week and I came up with a bunch of content ideas for upcoming videos. So I am feeling like re-inspired and excited to work on those and to get them uploaded. I think I said this in another video, but February is the absolute worst month in my opinion, and it's proving to be true again this year. There's just nothing fun going on, and I'm so tired of the cold at this point. This stretch from like February to May is the longest stretch of the year to me because I'm such a summer girly. I'm like a plant, like I literally need to just bask in the sun to feel good. I always joke with Vincent that I have to go out and photosynthesize. But anyways, February is always when I start itching for summer, and I get obsessed with watching travel vlogs and planning our summer vacation. And this time I got all into watching these videos from a sandals resort in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which is this like ridiculously beautiful island in the Caribbean. And all these people in these videos were saying it's the absolute best vacation they've ever been on, and it's the best resort and the best food and like everything. So I was like mentally planning out this vacation in my head. And then I finally went on the website and I was like, let me get a gauge on these prices. And I don't know why I wasn't expecting this, but the prices literally ranged from $10,000 to $22,000 for a week. And that's not including flights or anything. So I did unfortunately have to take that off the mental schedule for this summer. But who knows? Maybe next summer that's going to just be like pocket change for us. But are you guys like me where you literally like are counting down the days till it's warm again? Or are you more of a winter person and just like love to be cozy and inside and by the fire and not in the scorching, blazing sun outside? I was really happy to finally get our room clean because while I was separating the cats, I kept Frankie in our room. So I had to have her food and a litter box in here, which is obviously not ideal. So I was really ready for them to be friends again, to get all this stuff out and vacuum the floor so that there's not like litter or dust or anything in our bedroom. And then I also just had a bunch of trash in here from being sick. and I wasn't cooking or anything. So I had like a Chick-fil-A bag in here, and it felt really good to get it all cleaned up. Oh, also, if you saw me making the guest room bed earlier, it's because one of the nights that I had the cats separated, Lucy was literally banging against our door for so long that I ended up having to go sleep in the guest room with her so that she'd stop freaking out. I recently got into listening to audiobooks while I'm cooking or cleaning. So I had to take the sound off this entire video because I just had like this audiobook blasting the entire time. But I used to just listen to like brain rot podcasts, which I still do sometimes, but I'm really liking audiobooks. I'm listening to one called Shield of Sparrows right now, which is a fantasy book. I've listened to 9 hours of it and I still have like 10 more to go, but it's a great way to pass the time while I'm doing stuff around the house. My mom's always listened to audiobooks, and I remember we used to always listen to the Harry Potter books in the car together. And the guy who read the Harry Potter books had like the best voice for it. He did all the different characters so well. And in the book that I'm listening to right now, I like the lady's voice for the girl characters, but I really hate how she does her voice for the guy characters. And I know it's really hard to sound like a dude if you're a girl, but I would almost rather her just like use her normal voice than the one she's doing for guys. Are you guys audiobook people or reading people? Or maybe both. I think I'm both because I like to listen to books while I'm getting stuff done, but I like to read books when I'm like in bed. I don't know if you guys remember, but my car died in December and I still haven't gotten a new one yet. I've actually just been borrowing cars since then, but over the weekend I almost bought one. I test drove a couple cars and I was obsessed with the Subaru Outback, which I didn't think I was gonna like as much as I did. It was so fancy on the inside and I felt so comfortable driving it. So we brought it over to our shop to get it checked out before purchasing it. And there were a couple things that didn't pass their inspection. And I was already going to pay more for the car than I had originally budgeted for. But it seemed like such a good car that I was okay with that. But the stuff that needed to be fixed was going to cost like $2,000 or more. So I was going to end up being like $5,000 over budget. So we asked the dealership to just come down like $1,500, but they wouldn't budge at all. So I'm kind of sad about that because I really want to have my own car again, even though I'm like so grateful that I've been able to borrow cars for this long. I'm just ready to have my own car again and all that. But I'm sure the right one will come along soon and I'll be super happy with it. So thank you so much for watching and for sticking around even though I've been MIA lately. I'm gonna try to get back on a good posting schedule. My cats are finally friends again and I'm feeling better. I'm at the very end of this never-ending cold. But I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!